Hey, what's up? Long time no see. Today, I want to talk about the fact that I'm a fucking idiot, so let's get into it. I guess to start, a while ago, a couple months back, I made a video about how I hate the whole 9-to-5 corporate job thing, and that I was desperate to get out of it, that I had to quit my job, and so I quit my job, and I decided that I was just going to find something that makes money but doesn't take much time, because anything other than that is just going to make me completely miserable, because when I work a 9-to-5 job, I end up with absolutely no time to myself. I only have time for like chores and responsibilities. I don't get to spend time with my family, and I get so depressed that I don't even see the point in anything anymore. And that's where I'm at right now, because I was a dumbass, and I spent the summer hopping around different jobs trying to figure out what could kind of work to make me some money in the meantime while I work on my creative endeavors like YouTube and any other stuff I might be interested in. I'm still kind of just trying to figure everything out because I don't know, and I just want to focus on finding out who I am rather than focus on making money, right? But like I said, I was an idiot, and I got kind of fed up with my part-time jobs because the ones I picked just were not for me, and they were not they're not understanding of my situation at all. Whenever I do interviews for like a part-time job, I would say, okay, I'm looking for exactly 3 days a week. I could do 4 once in a while, but I want 3 days a week, about 20 to 25 hours, maybe 30 max a week. I don't want to work weekends if we can help it. I'll work Sundays if I have to, but primarily the main thing is that I need mornings. Like, I will work mornings. I don't care if I have to wake up at the crack of dawn. I just need to be done by like 4 or 5 o'clock at the latest. All right, thank you. And the last little side job that I had, they made it a point to only make me work at night, only on the weekends. Basically, they would give me like Tuesday through Friday off, and then they would make me work Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you know. It was just like, okay, great, now I never get to see my fiance because he only has Friday, Saturday off. Thank you. And then they made it at night, so I never got to be home to make dinner, which, like, I only eat dinner, and that's like my prime family time. Like, that's where our schedules all line up. That's where I get to hang out with my dad, where I get to hang out with my sister and my fiance. And so they just took that away from me, and I said multiple times, like, no, I can't do that. But anyway, that's a whole other story. So I ended up leaving that because I was offered like a much more prestigious position, I guess, where I'd be making much more money, but it would be going back to 9-to-5. And unfortunately, I was just so upset by the scheduling situation and like the lack of money and just like being kind of bossed around by people that I didn't respect, I guess is the best way to put it, was just putting such a strain on me that I was just like, you know what, fine, I'll take this job with longer hours because, you know, at least I'll be getting paid more. I can put it towards a career, right? And so now I've been at this job for like a month, and I kind of knew right from the start that I was going to hate it because these are not the type of people that I would want to spend my free time around given the choice. So like, why would I want to spend the majority of my life with them, you know? Fucking 40 hours a week I have to spend with these people that I don't like. Great. And then I didn't receive any like decent training, and now that I'm on my own full time, I'm either completely bored out of my mind because there's nothing to do, or I'm stressed to the absolute limit because they've given me a really difficult task to do with absolutely no instruction. I just can't help but like think about the state of the world and like what I'm providing in my job, I guess. Like, my job has absolutely no purpose, and at least in other part-time jobs where I still had no purpose, at least I was, you know, moving around, interacting with nice people. It was decent, you know, it was still a job, but I didn't absolutely hate it. And now I'm essentially working in like, it's like a financial position. So I'm helping people move money around a lot of the time. Not a bank, but something similar. It's just awful because just with the way I feel about the world, I think we all know at this point that most of our jobs are fucking pointless. Unless you're a farmer or a doctor, you basically don't contribute anything in the 9-to-5 world. We just sit in offices like putting in random nonsense to generate more money for people who already have all of the fucking money, while meanwhile we get nothing in return. Like, I don't have benefits in this job. Like, I make decent money, but because I end up in a higher tax bracket, they take away fucking half of it, so it's not even worth the money at this point. It's just completely draining in every sense because right now my schedule schedule is wake up at fucking 5 in the morning, get ready, drive to work in complete darkness, get a coffee, sit in the office. I'm the first one there and I have to wait usually a half an hour or an hour until anyone shows up. Then I have to just wait for them to give me something to do, which usually doesn't happen until 11. Then I go on a half-hour lunch break where I try to take a walk because that's the only time I get to stand up all fucking day. And then I come back after like eating and walking, which I don't think is good for you. And then I sit around and I do nothing unless they give me the most menial fucking task to do. Like they'll be like, hey, I sent you an email. Can you print off that email for me? Why the fuck couldn't you have done that yourself? You have a printer in your office. You could have printed it to my whatever, fine, yes, I'll print it for you. That takes me like 2 minutes. And they're like, wow, you did that so fast. I could have never figured that out. My job would not exist if these people just figured out how to use a computer. But anyway, I sit around unless someone literally hands me something to do, and majority of the time it takes 5 minutes. If I'm lucky, it takes 20 minutes. And I'm not allowed to like read a book. I'm not allowed to use the internet. There's actually a big firewall that prevents me from getting to most websites, so I can't do that. I can't like write or draw. I just have to sit there and wait to be told what to do, which is fucking like mind-numbingly horrible. Like for the people who think that having a job where you don't have to do anything is great, it's really not. I've like I like keep an AirPod in my ear and like listen to YouTube videos. I've run out of fucking stuff to watch because I'm just that fucking bored. And even just like trying to plan what I could do instead has gotten so, because I don't want to just like live to make money. That's like the whole point. Like if I had been asked if I wanted to be born, I wouldn't have said yes, I want to just make millionaires more and more rich. That is my dream. But that's essentially all the jobs that are currently available to us. I keep thinking about my situation, like how fucking shitty it is and how not set up for success I am. I'm in my mid-20s and I've already lost my mom. I graduated during 2020 and my degree is fucking useless. Like you can't use your degree unless you're a fucking doctor at this point. Like everything else is just absolutely meaningless. I live in a place, in a country, and specifically a state that's just like actively trying to take away my rights as a human being. And then I just can't find any joy in anything because after a fucking full week of working at a place that I hate, where I have no time to myself, where I'm just alone all day with the most miserable people on earth who can't even have like a decent conversation with me. The best that they can come up with is fucking, ooh, it was supposed to be sunny today, but it's cloudy. Yeah, that's great, Greg. What else is going on? I don't know, football season's going pretty well. It sure is. Okay, great. I love having these conversations. But you know, after a week of all that, I get to come home and cry about how horribly lonely and bored and how I hate that I filled out paperwork to help fucking millionaires give other millionaires more money. The other day I had to fill out paperwork where this woman who inherited $6 million from her husband had to decide like where her money is gonna go when she dies, and she originally wanted to give it to charity, then changed her mind, decided to give it to her kids and grandkids, changed her mind, now she's going to give it to a millionaire politician because that's what you do with $6 million. You give it to someone who already has millions of dollars. And I just can't fucking stand being the person that's like helping with that. Meanwhile, like I get called into a meeting last week where I got in trouble for clocking in early. I keep getting to work too early. If I get in early, I'm supposed to just sit there and wait until exactly 8 o'clock to clock in. Even if I get there at 7:30, doesn't matter because they do not want to pay me for being there. They want to pay me for doing nothing and just sitting there and looking cute, but they don't want to pay me for like actually getting to work early so that I can make sure that everything is ready to go for the day for them. You know what I mean? It's just like an endless cycle of fucking bullshit, dude. And I saw this interesting thing the other day that really like set me off, where it was looking at the people you work with, like the people who are at the top of your business or whatever. Do you want to be them in 10 years, 20 years, whatever? Like, are they who you aspire to be? And if that thought excites you, then you're in the right place. And if that feels wrong to you, you're in the wrong place. And all of the jobs that I've worked, if I became any of the people that were considered like top of their field, I'd rather die. honestly. They have like the saddest lives that I could ever come up with, and so why would I waste any more time here? That was a long rant. I haven't been able to put up videos lately because I'm so fucking tired all the time, and I spend all of my free time crying because I hate my job and I hate the world and everything's just fucking miserable right now. The only thing that's important to anybody right now seems to be status and money, two things that I just could not give less of a shit about, but for whatever reason I was brainwashed into thinking that those things are important. I started worrying about money and put that over my own well-being and happiness and living, and I just can't do that anymore. Yeah, so to sum up, I was stupid and I got another 9-to-5 job I shouldn't have. Like, I would much rather be a barista 3 days a week and have the rest of the week to do whatever I want and be poor than spend 5 days a week in a place that makes me miserable making decent money just to come home and cry and not have any time to do the things I love or be with the people that I love. Because that's what I'm doing right now, and I can't imagine doing this for another year or longer, a lifetime. My god, I would rather die. So my plan right now is, since I got myself into the situation, is to stick it out for a little while. I think I can stick it out until Christmas. I'm gonna half-ass it, honestly. Like, I'm just gonna show up and sit there, I guess, for the next 8 weeks. And then I think either right before Christmas or right after, I'm going to give them my notice, because I'm technically in the probation at will territory. Like, I could just say, hey, you know what, I'm out. Since I was so stressed about saving money, I'm gonna save up literally everything that I make and only pay bills and not get anything extra, except coffee, because I don't think I can make it through the next 8 weeks without coffee. But just bills, just savings, that's all I'm gonna fucking do. After the holidays, whatever, I quit and I'm gonna get another part-time job and I'm gonna just stick with it. Even if I hate all the people I work with, even as long as they can give me a somewhat decent schedule, I'll make it work. And I'm just gonna focus on YouTube and making videos and writing and all of the things that I enjoy, because that is what I was put on earth to do, is enjoy life, not hate every second of every fucking day just so that a millionaire can make another $1,000,000 fucking dollars and give it to his millionaire friend. That's just not what I'm here to do, and that's all that corporate jobs seem to be. That's the only type of corporate job I've had, is either like selling people shit that they don't need, putting them into like a worse financial or health situation, or making rich assholes even more rich and more asshole-ish. And I'd rather not do that, so I'm not going to. So that's my plan. And as for YouTube, since I don't have much free time, I thought weekly rants would be a good thing for now, because I don't have to edit too much. And yeah, that's about what I have energy for, is complaining about all the bullshit going on. So that's my complaint of the week. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, that sucks, but yeah, we'll see where the channel goes. Right now, I'm kind of thinking it's just going to be about my fucking journey to figure out happiness, because no one else has it figured out, apparently. Everyone else just thinks that making money is the best part about life. So I'm here to say, fuck that. I'm not gonna do that. I don't really care. I'm fine where I'm at. I don't need to impress a whole bunch of fucking Facebook moms with fancy vacations and a fancy house, because they don't care about me anyway. Why should they care what kind of fucking car I drive? I don't know. This is getting really ranty because I just went for it today, but yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm mad at the world. I'm mad at the job industry. I'm mad because I didn't ask to be here in this fucking situation in this world, but here I am. So I've got to figure out how to make the best of it, and that's what I'm gonna do. So if you want to join me for the ride, join in. And if not, then have fun doing what you do, I guess. Whatever. Not for me though. I'm gonna do this. That's the plan. So that's it for now. I'll see you next time. Next rant or video. We'll see what happens.